everybody, welcome back. We're playing a mod pack called Infinity something. I forgot. And we have quests. I love that. Infinity Legacy, that's what we're playing. Let's see. I create a new world. Trash can, interesting. Hat. Spawn, RTP, home, set home, delete home, list homes. Okay, those are all interesting. Let us go and see. Oh my god. Oh my. Obtain any log. I wonder. FTV Ultimine is in this. And, I love the mineral storage one. Integrated Dynamics. I love that one more than any other. Just because it's easy, it's quick, it's something you can get started with, like, almost right away as soon as you spawn in. I mean, not exactly right away, but pretty quickly. By time you need the storage system, you have the mineral one, and you can pretty easily get that taken care of. Which I do like. Looks like mineral saplings have EMC, because there is EMC in this, which is good, because I like EMC, and that's a nice, easy one, too. I'm gonna grab this mineral tree. Got some mushrooms, I guess. Forgot. I don't really pay much attention to what mods are in packs. I just kind of grab it, and if it's something I like, it's something I like. I do see a shell over there, so I think I'm going to go check that out and see what that's all about. But I see why, What'd I get from you? Nothing? Okay, cool. This is very... There we go. That's so much better. For me at least. I thought those dropped something, but I guess not. And we are, of course, on an island, because what? Oh, I dropped. Oopsies. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Oh, I forgot. I could just well, I guess I probably don't want to do that, because I don't want to destroy the land around it, make it harder to get up. So I shouldn't. So I am glad I didn't do that. So, we're dropping frames here as we load new things in. Unsurprisingly. Oh my. That is... I think we're going to stick on this little island here. Mostly because I like it. Also, because, yeah. If I need to go find other structures, I can do that. But, like, I'm personally think this is going to be a good island. Why did I get sand? I got sand from a quest reward, no less. Which is a stupid thing to give as a quest reward. But oh well, I guess? I don't know. Sand wouldn't have been my first choice, but... yeah, I guess it was a randomized thing, so... maybe it's just my bad luck. Anyway, I suppose I should actually... oh, that's only 14% grown? That looks... oh, there's an ant there. Hello. Goodbye. I don't really want to deal with you, because I don't remember how bad you guys are or not. Okay. So, I don't see any structures, which sucks. But, we'll be fine. Yeah, for some reason, maybe it's in Bedrock, but I know sugarcane can spawn above 3 blocks, but I didn't think it could grow past it. But I guess that might just be in Bedrock, because that used to be the only version I played. But yeah, I expanded my horizons, and now we're here playing mods on Java. I should check and see. 561 pages is a lot, but I guess I did increase the size. Philosopher's Stone. Perfect. How do I see. Yes, I see. Can I create an ME table easier? ME. Okay, so there's applied energistics. I'm not seeing. Guess I should type in just table and see what comes up. Table. There's crafting table on a stick, which I'm a big fan of. Maybe I'll just search up at Project E and see what comes up. Oh. Project. Okay. So we got all the original transmutation table. My Jesus. I very much so do not want to do that. Oh my. Okay. That's gonna be some... I guess that's must be the final boss of the mod pack. Well, I say final boss, but it's not exactly what I mean. Any wool. I can make sleeping bags. Oh my, this is gonna be a long time. Oh, okay. Well, let's get started. I am a fan of crafting table on a stick, so I'm glad they have that in there. That's not how you make it. That's not how you make it. That's not how you make it. That is how you make it. I know my mods, I promise. You're gonna get some cobble. I'm okay. I don't know what that was that popped up. Less difficulty with time. I don't know if I want to know what that was. Glad we have mystical agriculture. Or, no, Botania. And we have mystical agriculture because I saw the Supremium Essence. Mystical agriculture is one of my favorite mods. It's weird because it's a tough mod to do in certain mod packs. Like FTB Ocean Block I played, and it was tough to get started in there because you needed... It wasn't tough. It was easy and it wasn't tough because you couldn't easily get to the higher tiers of base seeds you need, and you need base seeds in order to... Ooh, hey, cool. You need base seeds in order to make really anything. Any of the like special seeds. So like there's coal seeds, there's iron seeds, there's all sorts, and it can be really good if paired with... I wonder if botany pots are in this. Botany. Dang, it's not. But garden. No, it isn't. Okay. Oh, it is garden cloche. Okay, so that also, it's like a botany pot, but it requires power and water. So it's one of the... It's more... What's the word? Intensive? No. Difficult, I guess, to manage than a botany pot, because a botany pot you just put it right on in and it's good to go. I realize I have that off, so let's turn music off and weather off. Turn you down, turn you down, turn you down, turn you down, turn you up. Okay. I realize I had my sound off. Anyway, so yeah, botany pots you just have to put it in and have either a hopping one to remove the things or and a chest and some soil, and that's basically all you need. With garden cloches, however, you need power, you need soil, you need water pumped in constantly. That was interesting and did a lot to my hunger. I might have to remove the shaders because I don't know if I like them all that much. We'll see. Oh, difficulty's a tier 1. I don't know what the difficulty means. I'm gonna be honest, I'm solely hoping that it's not anything bad. Though, considering the fact it is difficulty, I'm assuming it's something not fun. I see bees, which is fun. I've never done the bees before, so this might be a chance for me to test out the bees. And for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, the bees are basically... There's a mod pack with all sorts of different bees. It's kind of like mystical agriculture in that it allows you to farm different sorts of materials really easily. So, like, it really is easy for... I don't have a bed. This is going to be a pain to do. It's easy to farm materials, and that's the extent of my knowledge about it. I might have messed with it once or twice, but that's kind of about it. Since I don't do... Ooh, what's this? Since I'm not too big into all the different mod packs. I play them, but, like, I don't know all the different mods, since I typically just either don't finish the mod pack or I stick to a single quest line. I know a lot of the tech mods are a pain to do just because they take so much time and are hard to take care of that I'm not looking forward to getting into any of the tech mods. I know Oritech. I played in FTB Ocean Block. Oritech was a real pain, and mostly because what ended up happening is I had everything set up correctly for the steam generator. I even had an infinite lava generator set up and everything. But what ended up happening was I didn't left click on a pipe for the pipe to actually, do what you would think a pipe would do, which is import not import, but allow material to flow between it. So it wasn't doing that. So it wasn't working, and I'm over here getting all frustrated because it's like I'm literally doing everything it's saying. I have it set up exactly as in the book. I've tried 3 different pipes at this point. Why isn't it working? It turns out that I just needed to left click the pipe, which I know with some mod packs you need to left click with a wrench, and so I should have guessed it. Oh, that's a zombie, and it's not attacking. Oh, it is attacking me! Oh my! It attacked. I didn't think it would. I didn't know what was going on. And then, ow. Yeah, ow. So, the goals for this first little bit is to find structures, because I like structures, because I'm a little loot goblin. So find some structures. If I find a structure I like, I will make that my home. And that will become the home for the series, because I can't build to save my life. I say as I'm glad I'm talking about this as I see a structure. That's a creeper. I don't like those. That's another creeper. That's another creeper. I don't like any of those. Especially not that they're camouflaged. That's mean. That looks like a battle tower or some sort of dungeon. And I don't think I want to take that on. I am going to take a peek inside and see what's going on. Who shot me? Yeah, that's a no. That's a real big nope from me. Does that give me 2 dark oak saplings? No, it doesn't. Oh god, a spooter. Why? That's the thing about dark oak forests that I've never really gotten, is the whole why do we need a forest like that? I mean, I love the wood. The wood is probably my favorite thing about a dark oak forest. So, man, that effect is staying a long time. The wood is my favorite thing about them. I am not a big fan of how they hide mobs in the daytime. So, yeah. But as I was saying, the goal is to basically... That's not a me problem right now. Oh! Whew. I don't know why that made me jump. I heard the bears, and I was turning to look as I got attacked, and that really wasn't nice. That's a cute chicken. I don't like things. Why is it riding a bee? I didn't know they could do that. I'm assuming in the base game they can't. I love the trash pandas. But why? Why bees? They're already annoying enough. Why? Skeletons and creepers are the 2 most annoying base vanilla Minecraft mobs. In my opinion. I feel like that's a pretty popular opinion. But creepers become less annoying. Because with a creeper you can get some ranged attacks and deal with it pretty fine. These are both dungeons that I don't want to go in. With a creeper you can get some range attacks, and I guess you could do that with the skeleton too. The only issue with that is then it's skeleton or ranged versus ranged. And you gotta hope that you have enough arrows. also, another downside to the whole skeleton thing. Like, creepers you can hit back and have knockback on your sword, and it's relatively good because they're not blowing up right in your face. Skeletons, if you have knockback on your sword, it's the bane of your existence because they will just continuously attack no matter how. Because you're hitting them back, you're just giving them the advantage. So I personally don't use knockback because it's generally not one of my favorite enchantments. I prefer sharpness, obviously. I think sharpness is like an undebatable must-have enchantment on a sword or any sort of weapon. Just because it is, like, really good. One thing I do want to check is there ice? There's Draconic Evolution. Okay. Does not look like Ice and Fire is in this. Which is good, because it means I'm not going to get smoked by a dragon in the first 30 seconds of life. And also, not so good, because I don't really want to deal with, because some of the weapons in the Draconic, or, not Draconic Evolution, what's the word? Ice and Fire, are actually decent. Especially if you can find, like, I know the one pack, I was playing All the Magic, which is a spin-off of All the Mods, if you've ever heard of that. Basically, oh, my loot goblinness. Okay, that's fine. I don't need that. Basically, it's generally, you can find a dragon skeleton within the first 30 minutes of exploring. Which is nice, because I don't really care for, because it makes a quick, easy first starting sword. It's quick, it's fast, it's relatively easy to get if you find the dragon skeletons. And it's pretty powerful. I think it does more attack than a normal diamond sword. Don't quote me on that. I could be extremely overestimating the capabilities of that. So don't quote me on that. Is that an owl? No, that's not an owl. Silly me. That's a sparrow. My bad. I thought it looked vaguely owl-like, I guess, in my defense. Although not really, because I guess anyone could have seen that it was not an owl. Anyway. It makes Ice and Fire is, it's a decent mod pack when you don't spawn next to a dragon. When you do, however, it is the bane of your existence. All the Magic is a pretty decent pack for that, because I have a world on All the Magic currently that I'm playing on, and it's been a really fun thing, especially since it doesn't have as many of those like tech mods that you need to do, and tech mods are a pain to get through, just because you have the tech mods that require you to basically industrialize and, make an entire factory for one part, just because it's easy enough to get that. You need 700 billion different items for one item, which is painful. I need a backpack. That's what I need. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. But then you have, to make the one item, and it's like, I need to make, Singularities, which aren't inherently a tech mod pack, creates one, a techie mod pack, that I like the idea of, but you just need it's hard to do. It's genuinely kind of hard to do if you don't know the mods. And I don't. So it is a hard one for me to do. Ars Nouveau was one that originally kind of intimidated me. And that's a magic mod pack, not even a tech one. Just because Ars Nouveau seemed really... Nope, not going that way. Anyway, Ars Nouveau seemed really hard to do at first. It's not. It's rather, it's kind of easy, dare I say, at the base level. Now, once you're getting into making, you know, all the spells and everything you need for it, to make it really OP, and also, speaking of Ars Nouveau, I know it's in it, because I was just about to ask if it's in, but I see the Archwood. But ours is, at the base level, fairly easy to get into. And I guess I do like, and it's weird because I do like, you know, Satisfactory and games like that, where you're slowly building up a factory. But create in some of these tech mods in Minecraft just make it painful to do. I should probably be gathering some of these cobwebs while I'm sitting here, huh? I don't want to mess with that. I don't know what that is, and I don't know if I want to know. But yeah, some of these tech mod packs, man, suck. And not suck as in, like, suck. They're really decent. It's just suck as in hard to deal with. Suck, not, you know. So, yeah, I don't like playing techie mod packs all that much. At the same time, I do like mod packs, like the FTV Ocean, where, yeah, it's got tech, but it shows you how to progress and what you need to do if you stick to the quest book. Which I'm assuming this one will do if, you know, I actually take time and look at the quest book, but I'm trying to find... There, that shall be our house, once I clear it of witches. Because I know there are witches in there, and those... Oh, hang on. I get really sidetracked really easily, so bear with me. It's an interesting biome. Oh, is it raining? No, it isn't. Good. It better not be raining. I hate the rain in Minecraft. Minecraft rain is so annoying. That is something I want to check out, but... Oh, I know what this is. This is a witch village. Which, in that case, respectfully gonna be a hard pass for me. Don't feel like getting beaten by a witch today. Because I'm not ready with my stone sword for that. Especially in apparently a level 5 difficulty area. Which I didn't know. I guess I don't know how the difficulty works. I should probably, hang on. Silly me if I would just take a minute and look at the quest book. Experienced players who crave complexity, gather, build, automate. Okay. Cool. Not what I need, unfortunately. Looks like there is... Ooh, Botania. Oh, Botania. I know I've forgotten. It seems so fun. It really is not that fun. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I don't even remember what this archwood. Flourishing. So, yeah. Ooh, are these sheep? These are sheep. Give me thy flesh, please. Respectfully, give me thy flesh, of course. I wouldn't want to steal anything, but, you know. I apologize for taking your lives, but I need a sleeping bag. Cool. Love that. Love that for me. Glad I took care of that. I still need leather, so I should keep an eye out for cows. I'm gonna completely forget that I need leather soon. I'm probably gonna need to build a house now that I'm seeing that there's basically no structures except for battle towers, and I don't really feel like doing one of those at the moment. So, we're gonna go back towards... always check my map and see, like, what direction spawn is and start heading that way. Which it looks like if I just keep heading this way, I'll hit it. Because I did a big ol' loop. But, you know, can't complain too much because the difficulty's getting hard. And I don't know if this is, like, difficulty as in as you get more stuff or spend more time in the world it goes up. Or difficulty as in as you explore deeper into the world, because I know a lot of mod packs do the as you explore deeper into the world, the enemies get a higher level and more dangerous. And so, I don't want to test and see if kangaroos drop leather, because I fought a kangaroo once in all the mods 10, I think? No, maybe it wasn't all the mods 10. MC Eternal 2. Because I had spawned in a weird biome and I couldn't get out of it and I needed food real bad. So I was like, a kangaroo. They surely won't be too bad to fight. Let me tell you, those things have the HP of something insane and can literally, like, two-shot you without armor. And it's, like, why are kangaroos so strong? It does look like, as I'm moving, it's going down. So it appears, closer spawn you get, lower the difficulty. So we're going to be camping out near spawn. So I'm glad that I figured that out. And so I know not to travel too far from spawn like I did. Because I don't want to get utterly destroyed within 0.3 seconds of, you know, existing. Cows? No cows. Are you cows? I can't tell. No, you're pigs. No, you're cows. Give me your leather, please. Give me your flesh. No flesh. Flesh here? Might be flesh. Come on. Aha! Leather! What don't I need here? Dark oak shrub. Cool. Hey, buddy. Respectfully. Oh, 3 leather. Cool. I just need 1 more cow, and I can have a backpack. That looks interesting. And also semi-terrifying. And, like, something I don't, but also do want to encounter. So, I think I'm gonna go say, go poke it. Although, I will say, I don't necessarily know how to cross that gap. And I don't know if I want to. I mean, I could bridge across, but I don't know if I want to waste, you know, anything on that. I guess I could come down here and mine my way back up fairly easily. There we go. And then it's just over here. I'm hoping there's some good things in here. I guess I hoped wrong. But that's an interesting one. Pardon me. Never seen another portal like that before, honestly. Because most, ruin portal, not nether portal. Because most ruin portals spawn with netherrack instead of soul sand. And so the fact that spawned with soul sand was different. And this is a wonderful biome that I am utterly terrified of because of the amount of mobs that will be in here. And hiding. Oh my god. I freed up an inventory space. I love that for me. Because redwood is... It's a really cool biome. And it's one... Like, it's a... I would genuinely like to go to the real life redwood forest. I don't know where that is, even. Salmon berries. I've had a salmon berry before, I think. I might have. The name feels familiar to me. Told you there would be mobs in here. But then again, that could just be watching shows and or any amount of media. That's a lot of stone. Also, note to self, watch out for bears, because I did get assaulted by one earlier. Good to note that I need to watch out for bears. I forgot about that thankfully, we're in the fields, so I don't think there will be any bears around here. But I've been surprised before. Also, a little upset that I haven't gotten anything to really loot, because I want to have my loot goblin tendencies satiated, and I haven't been able to do that. So not like that. So like that. Aha. I've... In all mods, you craft it vertically. Or all the magic, you craft it vertically. Which is why I tried that first. Just to see. I was wrong. So, that nearly gave me a heart attack. And I hear seagulls, which I don't like. But, as far as I can tell, if I keep heading in this general, location, I should be pretty okay, hopefully. I hope. I hear zombies dying. I don't want any part of that. So, we're just gonna shimmy on this way. I just need one more cow. So, like, the sheep aren't helping, but, like, if you know of any cows around, I would gladly kill one for its leather. Or horses. Unfortunately, horses also drop leather. I'm not above. Those are skunks. And skunks I don't feel like I want to mess with, because I don't know what they'll do. I mean, I obviously have an inkling that they'll spray me, but I don't know if it'll be poison. Like, they'll just use the poison effect in Minecraft. Or if they'll actually be, like, or, like, a nausea effect or something like that. Or if they'll actually make a mechanic where if it sprays you, it stays on you. And you have to try and, you have to, like, take a bath in something or rub something on your character in order to get free of the curse of stinkiness. And, honestly, that's not something I particularly want to find out right now. So I'm gonna head this direction. Hope to find some cows, because I desperately need some cows. Very much so. Desperately need some cows, because I really need a backpack. Especially since the loot goblin in me is very loot goblining. Because, like, if I see iron, I'm going for it. If I see surface iron, I'm gonna go for it. But I don't have the room for surface iron. Which, therein lies the issue. I don't have the room for surface iron, but that was spawn. So I just need to keep heading this way. Give or take. Maybe I'll make this my home. On the cliff here. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe this will be home. Nah. I can't. I need to find an existing structure. And or clear out an existing structure. So for the meantime, we very well might... Oh, that's a lava pit that I don't want to fall into. We very well might just have a hole-in-the-wall base. Which I might actually do. Just carve out a hole in a mountain and make that our little home for now. Until I can take over an existing place. Because I, can't build. So. Oh, hey, well. Oh, those are emeralds. Dang. If only I had an iron pick. We're back in our, dark oak forest. That I was complaining about earlier, I think. Again. Interesting ad. The only thing I really like about it is the wood. Not the fact it hides mobs that are shooting at me right now. Because realistically, like, yeah, leaves are gonna grant you some shade, but they should at least get, like, a weakness debuff under the leaves. Speaking of weakness, that reminded me, I want to check and see if there's a mod in this. No vampirism. Shame. Because I think that's been one of my favorite mods, weirdly enough. For no particular reason, but it's interesting, and I do like it. Because it doesn't... I guess you can be a little OP if you're a vampire. I'd say a little as if, like, you can't, you know, turn into a bat and fly. You'd be OP if you're a vampire, but I played as a hunter, and I got all the way up to, like, level 6, and I didn't really get much out of it. I also couldn't find a way to level up. Mostly because I don't know the mod that well and refuse to read the instruction booklets that are given to me. I know Tinker's Construct, so that'll be one I don't really need to read the instruction booklet for. Because that's the... Yeah, that is Tinker's, right? Yeah, that is Tinker's. Cool. Because that's the one with, not... the alloying and, forge and whatnot. Ow. That hurt. I'm tempted to actually go in and take on this tower, even though I know I probably can't. But if I die, I die. So. Well, if I die, it'll be a great chance to test if there's a tombstone grave, or a grave mod installed. Or gravestone mod, however you wanna... whatever they are called. Because I know, there's a couple different ones. There's a one with, like, where it gives you knowledge of death and whatnot. What is this? Oh! Hi! Oh god. Hi. This is not all dandy like I thought it would be. Okay. Glad I only died, 200 blocks from my spawn. Love that for us. Because... do I want to go deal with that again? Not really, but am I going to? Yeah. We're gonna see if it drops some sort of... if all my items are on the ground. If so, I might have to toggle keep inventory because I don't want to deal with that. Or if they're in, like, a grave or something. But normally, with the mod I'm thinking of, you get a little grave key, so other players can't access your grave. It kind of keeps it a little safe. I mean, yes, and it keeps it safer than, just having a normal grave, or your items spreading out all over the floor. Which I'm hoping is not the case, but it's getting ever more likely that that is the case. And in which case a zombie in there probably has a stone sword. Which I'm not looking forward to dealing with, because I don't want to deal with a zombie with a stone sword. But it looks like I might have to. Oh. Oh, hey, it spawned bodies. Okay. Okay, getting away, getting away. I have never, sorry, I got really focused there. I've never really played, I've never really gotten the hate behind the like, you can see that little bar underneath my swing. I realize that's in order to have max damage, you have to wait for that to recharge. I guess attack speed. And I didn't think they had anything like that in Bedrock. I don't know if it's the same here, where if you, like, you can crit. Yeah, I guess it is. Because I did, what, 4 hearts, as opposed to the... I don't know, maybe it isn't. Or is that the crit? Every time it refills, you crit. Because I know in Bedrock, you have to actively, like, jump and hit in order for there to be a crit. But maybe not in Java. I could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't really played Java before. I don't like that sound. I really don't like that sound. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Ouch. That was rude. Why did that spawn? What the fudge? How did that... First of all, how did that spawn? Second of all, why? Third of all, that was rude. And fourth of all, let's not do that again. I didn't know I'd have, randomly spawning demons on my trail. I see... Not irons. What's that mana bar up? I have a mana bar. I don't know who that is. What's the one? Mahusukai. I think it looks like that, though. I think that's irons. And I know irons is in here because I see the spell, the worn notebook here in my hands. Which is... I guess, no. That's ours. So, ours is in this. So, at... Irons... Yeah, Irons, Spells, and Spellbooks is in here. Let's see if Mahusukai is in here. Mystical Agriculture is in here, like I said. One of the best for actually growing, like, you could see all these different essences. That allows you to really just farm, like, anything you can need, like fish, sheep, Enderman. There are all the seeds. Not what I'm looking for. Thermal Extra, I don't even know what that mod is. I've never played with that. That's a tech mod. Oh, Pneumaticraft. Oh, God. Please don't tell me I am going to have to do Pneumaticraft. I don't like Pneumaticraft. It's a good mod. I just don't like it because it's good, but it's very... It's complicated because Pneumaticraft is one where you have to have a certain amount of, like, cooling blocks and or heat absorbing and whatnot, and it's just gets a little hard to maintain and or memorize. Or not maintain, but or memorize, but like maintain, especially for me. In particular, I find it really hard to do so. If you don't, props to you. You know, like, that's awesome. Apotheosis. No, I should read the books that I got. Iron Spells. No, that was in here. Simply Swords. What is this? Weapon variants. Oh my. This is interesting. And something we're going to look at in the next episode. But for now, don't forget to like, subscribe if you like this type of content. I won't just be playing Minecraft. There will be other games like Skyrim, Phasmophobia, 7 Days to Die, stuff like that. So it's not just going to be Minecraft, but for now I figured Minecraft was the easiest thing that I wanted to record as my first video. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. That sounded vaguely threatening. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you hopefully in the next video.